afternoon. For once, it's not the middle of the night. Let's see. It has been a busy holiday. Very hectic. Looks like I have purple today. Alright, so I did a couple Christmas gifts. And this is for my nephew. He wanted an Ultramarines captain, so I did that. And then I was just doing this like stocking stuffer French Lancer for my brother-in-law. Although that's going to be, the lance is already broken once, as you can probably tell. That's going to be a bear to ship. But today I'm going to try and get these Bladeguard vets going, which I already spray painted them, dry brushed them. Now I think it's Athonian camo shade time. Let's see. Probably going to need to see how much is left in here. Not a whole lot. I've got another package. Or another pot. Let's see. That's sterling mud. Nuln oil. Black Templar. There we go, Athonian camo shade. If you're doing Raptors, you need a ton of that stuff. This is a smaller container. Bubbles. And need to dilute it a little. My monster brush. Let's get settled. It's out of the way. Start with you. Mix it up a little. I don't know why I'm doing the shield. I was going to paint it black and work on it from that angle. But completeness for completeness' sake, I guess. And these lights are in my eyes. Around that halo. Get that excess. Excess out of there. I don't know why, but this stage is always so satisfying to me. Like you get to see the detail come out. The excess off that. See, it's so nice. Just see that difference. Makes me happy for some reason. It's like a blank canvas. It's like you're ready to go. There's so much potential. Such a high chance to mess it up. There. That looks nice. It's kind of hard though for me to wrap my head around like Raptors having Bladeguard veterans because it's not very tactical to have swords and shields, man. And all this iconography doesn't entirely fit their vibe. I wish I could tell which light is flickering. Sure to get the rock. These are some of the figures that my sister got me for my birthday. She got me what was that package of heroes from the last edition? Dominus? I don't know. Gotta get off the bottom there. After I do this, then hopefully that one will be dry when I'm done with all the others. And I'll start picking out the black spaces. For veterans, I have like this thing for the Raptors where I figure the veterans have black shoulder pads. Just because I wanted to have more black on it. Don't think I've ever seen that in media or anything. I don't really usually care. I'm such a rebel. off now. I think we're done with him. Next. I don't know why I'm worrying about the shields, but because I'm painting the shields black. But maybe I'll change my mind, you know. Maybe I'm not going to paint it black. Oh, running out of Thonian camo shade. Almost all gone. Get the rock. Nice. Too much. Like way too much. I have to get that off there. Get out there. Clean this down. All right. Bedtime. All right. So it's roughly 2.5 per little bubble of the Athonian camo shade. wife is taking the puppy for a walk and going to the dog park. So I thought I'd steal some time to work on miniatures. Yeah, I should put this over. Put these out of the way. Just in case. Like throw paint across the room or something. So even though I'm playing Raptors, these look like they'll be fun to paint. Just because there's so many nice little details to them. Okay. A little off there. Now, if my math is correct, this should take up the entirety of this dude. Should take the rest of the ink. Or tone. Shade. Whatever you want to call it. Stomach's making noise. Almost. And still with paint, with ink left. Not paint. And cool dude wiping down his sword. Well, hey, Diamond. I have Bladeguard veterans. 2 squads of them and a ancient and a captain. Because I thought they'd make a good centerpiece for an army. So I'm working on them. I'm just doing the tone wash right now. I primed them earlier, dry brushed them. And once I get this done, then I can actually like start for, painting for semi-reels. Oh, hold on, I can't see what you're saying because Adblock decided to pop up. There. Okay. It's been the holidays, so it's been pretty busy. I haven't been streaming as much. I mean, I say busy in a relative sense of enjoying free time with my wife, doing shopping, whatnot. I don't need more. Raptors. They are green, very green. Although I was just mentioning, like, when I was rambling to myself, that they don't really lend themselves with the whole tactical vibe to Bladeguard veterans. But I like the models and I want to paint them, so. Just getting them all prepped. Getting the tone on them and then cleaning them up a little. I am using their base coat of Army Painter, Army Green, and then I dry brushed them with Krieg Khaki. Let's see. I use Krieg Khaki for the dry brush, and I'm using Athonian Camo Shade for the ink wash. I don't know if they still call it ink wash. Now I gotta go back and get the excess off of it. Because you don't want to leave puddles. Ideally, you're always going to have some if you do this. You want to get the big ugly ones off. There. All right. He is done. Now the standard bearer. Bladeguard Ancient. I probably shouldn't shade this because I'm going to paint it all black at first and then do it again. But I might change my mind, so might as well. Blah blah color is a wash or the shade blah blah blah. Yeah, they're really nice. That's the thing. Like, I know they don't fit with the aesthetic of the Raptors because they're all about, you know, Phobos armor and stealth and whatnot. But they're just really nice figures, and I really want to paint them. And so I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll slap some sort of tactical gear on them and give them night vision goggles or something. I don't know. That would look a bit goofy though. They've got so much of the relics in the iconography though. They really are fun to paint though. Like I've decided, like when I was doing the earlier, like I did the Stern Guard vets, and I decided, like, and I also did the Terminators, and I was like, oh, it would be cool if the veterans all had black shoulder pads, so that would like separate them from the rank and file guys. So I'm going to do that, like, red, black shoulder pads, but with the green border, just to pop them off the table. Yeah, Raptors are supposed to have like all the whole Primera stuff, so I figured they use them for clearing urban areas, building or room clearance. But who knows? But early I've been busy like doing family stuff, and I painted a Termi captain for my nephew, and I actually did a historical, like a French Lancer, for my brother-in-law. And for my niece and nephew, I did a couple of dragons, but I wasn't streaming, didn't stream those, since I did them super quick for the most part, except for the Termi. Oh, I got a lot of models and DW stuff just for the... Yeah. Well, some of them are just, super pretty. I mean, look at this Stern Guard, captain with the relic shield, and that skeleton and everything, and all of the stuff he has on him. It's beautiful. Here, now have some green ink wash. Like the shield, just the shield is going to be fun to paint. I'm like looking forward to it. The time is a little thin on the ground now with the holidays and everything. I mean, you got time off to do stuff, but usually it's involving familial obligations. Siege Leviathan, crazy old Techmarine thing. That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of sad that they are like, taking units out of the game. It reminds me of like when Destiny, they got rid of missions and worlds just cause. It's like, dude, I paid money for this. I should be able to use it forever. Like the brick and mortar store I go to, some of the people there are very hardcore about it. Like they'll frown if Space Marines use like Imperial Knights. Like this one guy has a Space Wolf Imperial Knight. It's painted in Space Wolf colors, and they're like, "That's not chapter approved." It's like, dude, we're playing with plastic little men. Come on. Oh, I missed a spot on this guy, and I need more. I think this is almost empty. Almost completely empty. Not quite. They've served me well. I've done like 60 Raptors with this little box, or little pot. Yeah, that's too bad. Or, I mean, technically you can bring it as an ally, but then you miss out on it getting the benefit of all the chapter rules, I guess. Is that right? Although they started splitting up the points cost for things. So now, like, if you want to bring assassins, they're more expensive for other factions than Imperial agents. Oh, I missed that. This dude. Missed the inside of his shield. Again, I'm probably painting it black, but still. And down there. I missed a whole bunch on this dude. I should take a quick second look after I finish that other guy. Okay. That's true. Play 4th edition. Also, I think I stopped playing around 3rd edition. And I just got back into it with 10th edition. But it's really nice to get back into the hobby. Like I used to just, play PC games and stuff, but there's something about working on something and having something to show for it afterwards. Achievements don't quite cut that. Different endorphin fix. Oh, it's like 4th, 5th, 6th, really? Well, I've seen people play Apocalypse, and that's pretty cool. I like the streamlined rules of that. It reminds me of Epic, but in 28mm instead of 6mm. Because they still, you put things on stands of 5 and issue orders, charge and first fire and advance and whatnot, and so forth. Alright, did I get everything on this dude? I think I got everything on this dude. Time to clean it up a little bit. I love that shoulder pad. The shoulder pad with the skeleton carapace, or carapace, sternum, whatever. All right. There they go. The play on sets, like 4th or 5th edition. That's pretty cool. Thing is, though, I feel like if you play with a lot of figures on a table, you really need, like, because they basically, I've seen people fill the entire table with units, and it's like at that point you don't maneuver. It's just rolling massive amounts of dice. Things move forward, you roll dice, you take things off the board, and there's no like tactical element to it. I think I want to hit these guys a little. Well, actually, I want to do a quick double check. See if I missed anything before I put the tone away. You mean stacking, line stretching? Yeah. If you don't have maneuver, there's no point to it. With the old world right now, a 2,000 point army is like 4 or 5 20-man regiments, roughly. That's not good. And hey, Venzig. Yeah. Well, Chaos, you can get almost a full army with that one box set, the battalion box set. It's good to see you this hour, Vanzig. It's early for me. Chaos Dragons and stuff are good enough. They won't just want to wall. Yeah. All the dragons are supposed to be pretty good. A lot of people are saying they're overpowered. Right now I think it's 2 o'clock. Roughly 2 o'clock. I can't see my clock from here. I usually stream late at night. But the holiday and all. That's so cool. These figures are so cool. Alright, I'm going to hit them with some hot air gun. Heat gun. Midnight minis at noon, exactly. Well, that's why I chose the day, was because I would usually do it because my schedule for my wife was opposite. And like I'd be getting up when she'd be getting off work. And then I'd stream while she was asleep. I think this is mostly gone. Do you guys save your ball bearings? I have to wash them. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I made your cat jump. I'll still wash those later. Okay. So let me get my Black Templar. I think I'm going to actually use a different brush. Slightly smaller. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably do that too then. I need... Will this fit? Or is this too big? I think this might be too big. No, just right. Okay. I might have to get my magnifying glass. Yeah, probably gonna have to do that. I'll have to move the lamp a little bit. The stand? No. This is a Citadel one. Let's see, scoot these over here. And move this up. And see if I can get this in a location where people can see it. Yep, it holds, looks like. A little tight though, but then I guess that's kind of what you want. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this paint holder thing, it is 3D printed, yes. I got it off of Amazon, some guy selling them. They had some that were, that would hold the cap open too. But they were much more expensive than I'm cheap. Also, I got like 4 of these for the price of one of the other ones, so. Not that I ever have like 4 bottles of paint open. So I don't know why I cared about that. Don't you hate it when a paintbrush has one errant hair? It's just like, I'm going to paint over here. Well, yeah, I mean, the first time after I spilled an ink pot, I was like, I got to do something about this. Because that cheesed me off. Like, the ink pots for Citadel stuff are so bad. I love dropper bottles so much more. Gun. Back to the shoulder pad. The Pro acrylic bottle. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Yeah, because the metallics, you get the contamination with the metal flakes. But I've never really noticed too much. But then I haven't done like massive amounts of metallics. I imagine when I start working on Necrons, that might change, and maybe I'll use a separate brush. Which probably makes sense then. I pretty much decided like I'm going to get some Necrons for Christmas probably, for myself. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, just I got back in the hobby at the beginning of the year, and already some of my Citadel paints they've accumulated stuff around the rim. One has dried out because of that. So it's like that was an issue way back when I was doing it 25 some years ago, and they have not changed it. Kind of crazy. These are such nice models. What the heck was that? I can't see it from your diamond what those are. Yeah, moving things to dropper, moving the Citadel paints to droppers would be a hassle. I got a bunch of the Army Painter Fanatic stuff, and I wish that they had colored caps, you know, but I know like some people will actually take it, some of the paints, and paint the caps so you see the colors applied to the white cap. But again, I am lazy. If I want to be painting something, I want to be painting something that I enjoy. When I painted my first Ultramarine, because that's the chapter my nephew's doing. Oh yeah, Necrons. Oh, cool. Sorry, I can't see them from this distance. I've got my monitors over at the other desk. But here, I painted. I don't know if you can see it. I painted a Ultramarine Termi Captain. And I hope he likes it. Still gotta pack it up and everything. We'll see if that's fits with his expectations. Go hardcore and Zenithal prime your paint bottles before painting them. And do slap chop. I'll do slap chop on my paint bottle cap lids. And hit them with 2 thin coats. But you know, after painting that Ultramarine, I was like, this is kind of a fun paint scheme to do. The blue and gold really complements each other pretty well. Yeah, I've heard that. I haven't been able to find any like in my area. But I had an acquaintance who got me a small discount with the Army Painter stuff, and so I filled up on that, like replaced my old paints with that. And I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with them. They're very nice so far. Although with the speed paint, I had an issue with one of the blue speed paints activated, the one I did for the Ultramarine. It reactivated the paint I used to do the slap chop and left big gaping holes in it, and I was like, oh my god. So that kind of irritated me. But then I like tried a slightly different shade of blue and it worked perfectly. So maybe it's something to do with that one shade or that one bottle. 2 hours. Is it worth it? Is it worth driving 2 hours? And is green stuff world fluorescent green? I really like some of the effect greens that you can get. You know, I've browsed Green Stuff World's website. I've never gotten anything from them yet. They have some cool stuff, especially for modeling and whatnot. For you know, sculpting. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So many good things in Europe. Well, Army Painter, if you just get a few things, their shipping is kind of crappy. But if you get a fair number of stuff, then it is less crappy. I don't know where they are. I think they're foreign. To me. I'm painting off screen again. I should scoot over. So you guys been painting anything recently? Have any fun projects going? That black needs a little bit more. Oh no. Get off there. Get off there. Back to it. And that one bristle is just off to the side. What have you been building lately? Still the giants? I'm getting a steady backlog of things I need to build since I've been really wanting to paint more than build lately. Right there. Oh, shield. Duh. The Troggoths. Oh, good. How many did you end up making? Have a dozen giant weapons and accessories. Yeah. That's cool. Ambitious. I wanted to ask your opinion on something because I saw in the comments of various like YouTube stuff, people were grousing about the price of Games Workshop things. And they're talking about recasting and how like different companies do that now, like from China and whatnot. And I looked a little bit up about it. But I've heard like various horror stories about it, like how the quality isn't very good. I was wondering about that, especially for old things that you can't get anymore. Because there are definitely some old, like, nostalgic pieces that I would like to paint again. Like I had this idea for a diorama of all the old avatars. Starting with the tiny little dude. Yeah. Yeah, this thing, I mean, it's all, you know, pretty iffy and shady. Although I did use this one website for third-party transformers that were like, you know, actually they're fourth-party because they were knockoffs of third-party ones. And I didn't have any problems with that. You know, I did like 2 purchases that I was ready to be disappointed with. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe I'll just try with the avatars or whatever and see how that turns out. But also, I kind of like don't like to give my financial information over there or whatever. So as long as they use Google Pay, it's a little bit easier. Not that Google is any safer in some ways. But yeah. Bugger. Yeah. There's just a few that I kind of really would like to get done. But I doubt I know they do a lot of the modern things. Like the new Krieg stuff. If for some reason I could not get a hold of them, and you know, I've got a Krieg army that I'm working on, I would consider it. Because I feel like Games Workshop cultivates that false scarcity when it's like, you know, it's plastic, man. These are going to take a bit of time. Oh yeah, what are the prices like? I haven't really like looked at them too much. Like the ones I was looking at were like $15 for some of the old sculpts, and those were, you know, single figures. Maybe the biggest one was 50 millimeter. But I was just vaguely thinking of doing a diorama of the avatars. You know, sort of like the progress of man, with the tiny one, and then slightly bigger, and then the biggest and the crazy huge one. Because it wouldn't amuse anyone else except for me. Because that was like always the thing I would paint in each version. Oh yeah, that one, the Forge World one. That one's interesting looking, for sure. It has those two giant claws in front. I'm thinking of the right thing, right? Those two huge curved claws. Those are kind of cool looking sculpts. Need to be careful here. Starting to regret wanting to paint the shield black. Oh, jeez, almost dropped it. Oh yeah, the regular Necrons are kind of boring. I like the ones that are like a tier up higher. Like I really like the Death Marks, the Heavies, the Praetorians. I like those a lot. The regular Warriors. Yeah. Like if you could do something to make them cooler looking. Although didn't they try to make them like old and worn down for Indomitus or whatever? So at least they recognize that, you know? Alright. Okay. Is there any other black parts that I want to do? I think I'm going to do the robe is white, or whatever that is. Loincloth. It goes under his chest piece too, though. Alright. One down. 7 more to go. Ah. Let me read. Oh, those are they the ones with the big circle? Or the jet bike ones? Or are those the same thing? I might be misremembering. I have to admit, I do not like those jet bike things. Although apparently they fill a needed niche in the army list. Because Necrons don't have a ton of fast maneuver things, apparently, or something like that. Yeah. But then if you put like can't you do a lot more maneuver if you put like a monolith on the field or something? All the teleporty stuff they do? I still haven't like looked at the rules too much. What I'm probably going to do when I start on the Necron army is get the combat patrol, maybe get that battle force for, you know, Christmas. And then I'm just going to pick the character models I want to paint, or the models I want to paint. And I'll figure out an army list after that. But I'll definitely have that dude, the Silent King, and the one guy who's stabbing the dude and all the visceras coming out. Sereth or something. Is it? I've heard that it's like not the least value, but if you're going to get those models anyways, which I probably would, then it's fine enough. I mean, I really like that figure of the Void Dragon, even though I had really a hard time painting the Yinkarne, So any of those figures that have all the like flowing energy around them, I worry I'm going to have a hard time with. I didn't have a hard time painting it so much as assembling, I'd say. Which led to me not enjoying the painting so much because it was so hard to get all those little pieces together. What is wrong with that? That does not look very clean to me. I'm gonna have to clean it up. But I do want to try the Void Dragon. It does look very cool. I'm thinking, like, instead of getting the Games Workshop resin, other Satan stuff, there's some really nice 3D printed versions that look better than the first party stuff. Yeah, do you have those Satan resin models? I'd be curious to get your thoughts on them. Because I like the look of the Nightbringer, but not the Deceiver. And some of the 3D printed ones just really are exquisite. The key is to get somebody who prints them well. Well, sure. Let me go turn off the inhibitor. Okay, you should be good to go. Really, you don't like them? I just like the idea of the snipers that are, you know, zone countering, and that they should have some form, well, using the wrong brush, some form of sniping unit, but maybe they could do something better or more thematic. Okay, let me go click on that. Oh, nice. Oh, I like your Satan. Is that huge gun at the top there? Very cool, man. Okay, turning hyperlinks back off. Well, don't they had that for a time, like they were like the Terminators, but then they also sort of backed off of that with they leaned more into the Egyptians and giving them personalities and stuff. Not that that's a good choice or anything. But like when they first started, they were that utterly nothing, soulless, empty evilness. But I can agree that though that my affection for the death marks is probably coming more from I like their stat line and I like what they do. I think they're cool looking. Yeah, I can see that, but I don't have since I've been away from it for so long, the lore and everything. I guess I'm not quite as like connected to it. Oh, let me scoot back over. By the way, I get the vibe that my wife will probably be home in a bit, because usually she wraps up at the dog park in an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I may have to go soonishly, but hopefully not too soon. It's always nice talking to you guys, especially when I have to do this long, like tedious stuff, which I can tell you're paying rapt attention to. It's super exciting to watch me paint black on things. We'll definitely get some cross-pollination there with the, those Necrons over in the Space Marines. I could see that. Well, it's good if they served as some sort of distraction Carnifex diamond. That's for sure. Yeah, sorry, dude. I should... For this, when Christmas is over, I've got a new camera and everything, and so you should actually, like, see me doing this junk. And I got a new microphone, too, which, dude, I'm an idiot. I forgot to plug in the microphone. There's the microphone, and I forgot power. So I've been running low on the charge the entire time. Sorry, guys. There. Okay, let me try and move this over a little bit and maybe put the magnifying glass over top. Maybe this will be a little bit better. Okay, sorry guys. I completely forgot about when I was, was running around so much with the phone actually on my person. But yeah, I got one of those, or well, my wife for Christmas got me one of those cameras that have the little rotating thing that follows you around. So hopefully I'm going to tell it, like, focus on my right hand or the grip or whatever, and it should be able to hold on to that and view it. Not that I'm intending to like do anything for realsies on this, but that would be a nice quality of life change for doing this. Yeah, hopefully it'll function. Although I'm probably going to be like, doing multiple different models. I don't want to have to keep telling it, focus on this one, focus on this. Although supposedly it uses hand signals. So like you're supposed to go, okay, and then focus on whatever it is. But who knows? We'll see how it works in practical terms. Is this, oh, this is actually on the screen. Good. That's good. Oops. That's not good. Got black on his elbow. I mean, on this screen, whatever. I don't know. Am I using the wrong terminology? I gotta see if I can. No, get off there. Darn it. Poop. Where's my Death Guard green? Dry it off. Try that again. All right, there. Stay. Do they? Why is that? Or why do you feel that? And here's another one of those pots that is getting refused to close. All right, did I get everything I got? Shoulder pads, gun. Oh, I missed the underside of the gun. I got a little bit on the cloak. Let's see, they have a secret kit. Yeah, kill anyone who learns about it without joining them. Green and bone. Plague flails, yeah, I can see that. Maybe they are. There are definitely some similarities there. Okay. Alright, now the shield. But they probably, if they really are of Nurgle, they have to do something to like disguise the stench. They don't have any special like Dark Angels deodorant. Oh, that would be kind of cool if the Watchers in the Dark really were just like little Nurglings. Well, you can make an argument that several of the, the original 20 are Chaos touched. I mean, Space Wolves, Blood Angels, you don't have to really reach that far. It'd be fairly easy to, write an alternate setting where that is so, or whatever. And some people are saying that they've been setting it up that Rabute Gulimin is a clone or something. And there's all these like fan theories around, but the thing that always stops me is I don't think that Games Workshop or their people are that, quite that creative to set something up like that ahead of time. Oh, Lion grew up in a Death World. I thought he grew up on a classic you know, the fantasy world. I don't remember. They used to have a special name for them. Oh, interesting. Well, hopefully they do something with it, you know, as they progress the story. It would be interesting if they, you know, had a big event of where things changed to a significant degree other than just, you know, introducing miniatures. But then I guess there would also be a large amount of pushback from people because suddenly their loyalist chapter is no longer. I mean, you saw how temperamental people got with Old World being gotten rid of. And rightfully so, in my opinion, but still. Because I loved Old World. Oh, hey, Mikazuki. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Telephone. Telemarketer. I'm going to be so sad when they replace all the telemarketers with AI. It's still kind of fun sometimes to talk to an actual person. Do they still? I haven't seen any start collectings anywhere in my local like brick and mortars, and can't get them online very easily. Or do you mean like a combat patrol, Mikazuki? Caliban is a medieval chaos. Oh, I didn't know it was a chaos forest death world. I thought it was just you know, like where the Imperial Knights come from. I forget what those are. The like the medieval night houses and whatnot. Combat patrol. Oh, okay. Yeah, start collecting was those were actually pretty cool too. It was nice to have options. I missed that Space Marine Combat Patrol that had the impulsor in it. That was a good one. I wish I would kind of, but you can't get those guys with the floaties with the auto cannons. You can't get them otherwise. Let's see. Caliban was full of demons and greater demons and manticores. Ah. Oh, he really interacted with Kairos Fate Weaver. And yeah, the main thing I would like to see most, like a change of canon regarding sides, is I would really like to see Alpha Legion loyalists. You know, I would like to see that as a new army or something, because that whole idea appeals to me. Like when I first started brainstorming the Marines I was going to do, I pitched them as Alpha Legion loyalists disguised as Raptors, and that's what I was wanting to do. But I even bought some, like, you know, Alfarius heads to replace the heads of these guys. But I started being like, oh no, that's a little fanboy for me. Well, for anyone really. But it'd be like wanting to have my cake and eat it too. Although it struck me, like, if the Alpha Legion was going to disguise themselves, they would disguise themselves like a chapter like the Raptors or Raven Guard or something. So they could still play off the whole sneakiness. And some of the Horus Heresy Alpha Legion figures are really nice. And again, I like the sniper one, of course. I'm having a hard time seeing the back of the shield. Oh, there's my wife. Okay, guys. I'm going to have to boogie. Soon. I'm going to try to finish this shield, darn it. Because I think she's carrying something in. If I was a good husband, I would rush out and help her. Oh, and then I'm rushing now and I'm making mistakes. If I was a good husband, I'd rush out and help her with the packages, if there's any. And the dog. Okay, see you later, Diamond. I'm going to head out shortly to wrap that up. Do I have anything more on the shield to do? Not really. I'm going to sneak and clean up that place where I screwed up real quick. Because otherwise I'll forget it's there. And that did not work. All right. Okay. Alright, guys. Oh, hey, Curses, I'm just about to head out, man. My wife just got back. I was working on some Bladeguard veterans. But yeah, I gotta head off. I will talk to you all later. Although time's going to be thin on the ground for the holidays and everything, so not going to be on as often. But yeah, it was really nice talking to you guys. And I missed you all. I haven't been able to stream for like 5 days. Missed you all. All right, I'll talk to you later. See ya.